Hi everyone, it's Kinart, and for today's video, it's one of my biggest video ever. It was such a challenge to do and it took so much time only to draw the character. So I wanted to draw my OC list in 8 different art style, not 10 because I was lazy honestly. It takes a lot to do and a lot of energy, a lot of time, all that. Hopefully you like this video because I put a lot of work in it. And if you have any other style suggestion that you want me to draw, you can totally write it in the comment and I will take it in consideration. So back to the video. Following their account since I was in school, I would start a video and do my math because I was in the École des Adultes, which would translate as adult school, where basically when you didn't finish high school, they put you there and you have to do like a lot of books to have your diploma, and it's really at your rhythm, so you can listen to music, video, anything, and there's no teacher to teach you, so you're not missing any information. I'm not there anymore, I graduated, but I still love to watch their video while drawing. I love the color they use, it's very flashy and it makes a lot of sense since they draw a lot with highlighter in their sketchbook. And this is also a thing that I think is cool, that they show us their sketchbook because it makes them not perfect. The same goes for their old video. I find it interesting to see that they are not perfect and that at some point they were at the same place as me, with not a lot of talent, not a lot of comprehension about the drawing, but with time and effort they became better, and that's such an inspiration for me. Their style is just so animated coded. They use a lot of dynamic pose, so I try to do my best to go out of my comfort zone to reflect it, and I think I did wonderful, but honestly I could have done something better too. Like, I'm proud of it, but I'm not like, it's not the perfect piece. But I was so tired, I didn't want to redraw everything. I'm still satisfied with it. Like I said, they use a lot of flashy colors, so I had such a hard time for the shading and everything, because when you pick an extreme, there's no color that really fit together. So I had to do the lighting a completely other color, and hopefully I think I did great, but maybe it's just my opinion because it was my art, but I think it looks pretty. Also notice that in almost every drawing they don't use like a black color to do the line art, they actually use a purple-ish color. And so I did for this piece. I thought it would maybe make it a little bit better, a little bit more in their style. And the reason why I also had a lot of problem doing this one is because June changed their style, so I didn't know if I wanted to go with the old style or the new style, but I did the new style, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. And I'm also super excited about their Prism anime that they're making right now with their team, and hopefully it would turn out beautifully. I have all faith in their competence. Here, as you can see, I changed the eyebrows because I don't think she's the kind of angry person. I was thinking a lot about her character, and I think I want to go more with the go with the flow type of person, somebody that is not angry easily, that find happiness in every situation, even though sometimes it seems like there is no possible way to be happy. And that's what would describe this character to me. Here I'm trying to put a little more detail, but I didn't think it would suit well, so I ended up just erasing it. And here's the final result for the first style. Oh my god, My Little Pony is literally one of the universe that made my childhood so great. I remember rushing out of the bus in first grade just to watch My Little Pony on Yupa. Hopefully y'all can relate. My favorite character were Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and Sunset Shimmer. I think it was just because I'm bisexual and they were all baddies, but hey, that's what it is. And Rarity, on the other hand, was just so self-centered about her beauty that I hated to see her on screen. Now I realize she was not just all that, she really cared about her friend, but she was just very girly and there's nothing wrong with it. I think I did great with the color, but not that sure about the body. But in my defense, I never really draw animals. I never did anatomy on them, never tried even, because I mostly draw character and background. So I tried to be the most accurate based on the reference I had. And it wasn't that bad, it was just like the wings and maybe the paw, the legs, I don't know how it's called. But here's the final result for the second one. Oh, Applecheek, she was the very first art account that I discovered. I was going through an art block at the time and I never really was an iPad kid, but putting one of her videos really helped me pass through this art block. She was talking about the difference of making art that you like and that other people would like. That really changed my point of view. I was drawing for people to see and not what I loved. That's when I really started to have fun. She's the main reason I wanted to create my business. My boyfriend even bought me a printer so I could do stickers, and I made some, but I didn't like sell them or anything. It was just for me, maybe one day at an artist alley. But unfortunately, I don't really look at her content anymore because I think she didn't follow her own advice. She's more into the industrial art and not that much into why she liked doing it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I've been thinking, and also it's my opinion. Maybe she's super happy in what she do, but for me it's just that she think more about content than actual art, so I don't see her passion anymore. But I still respect her as an artist, and she will and still be the first one that give me the inspiration to do what I do today. She's one of my favorite accounts right now. I discovered her account maybe 2 months ago, and she's such a big inspiration to me for YouTube video or just because of her art in general. She just got like a spark that makes her stand out so much from other creators in my opinion. Also, she don't seems to use a script in her video, and that's just a thing that I really love to do, but I have just so much a hard time to do it. Probably because English is not my first language, but I'll show you all the notes that I need to take for a video. It's insane. So I'm literally reading right now. If I try without it, it sounds like this. The first video I watched of her was was aussi challenge, which is the first video that I also made on my account that I first made on my account. And yeah, that's it. She's very spontaneous in her content and even invite her sister, which is a thing that I like because family has a big place in my heart. And I think it describes also her art because the style is just so hard to copy because it's a lot of placing random color at random spot, and I think that it's such a cool way to draw and she clearly mastered it. But it really shows how spontaneous the person can be and how readable is it in their heart. I think she's also younger than me, but I think that it's cool actually because if she learned something that I didn't learn, it means that she learned it before me and that she mastered it before me. So she's better than me at it, so I can have like tips and all of that by looking at her art. So I think it just proves that artists can learn from each other no matter how old you are. Now I'm drawing the face and I struggled a little bit for this, not that much though. And I did the lighting and shading even though I already done it before, but I just felt like it needed more to very represent the style. And after that I tried to do the eyes on Liz wings, which was so complicated in this art style because normally I just do like a flat eye on it, and I needed to do like a more 3D style, and I'm so bad at proportion when it comes to 3D. It's something that I really need to work on. And here comes the final result. Junji Ito, sorry if I mispronounce, clearly one of the biggest names in the art industry because of his spooky art style. He's such an inspiration for me and I really look up to him. That's why for Christmas I asked my dad to buy me his art book, and how pretty it is. It's one of the best gifts I've ever received. His style turned a lot around shape and orientation. Strangely, his art make me think of Renaissance painting. The way the composition and the color are made to catch the eye. And he successfully do this in every drawing. Not all of his work is creepy, of course, and most of his non-creepy work is about a girl, and I just think that it's so cute. I drew it in black and white because he said that the work is better without color, and he has a lot of black and white art in this art book, so I felt it would make sense. Also, in his art book, there's an interview, and I wanted to read a little bit about it for you. So the question was, what about with your black and white manuscript? And Ito answered a lot of things about the paper quality and all of that. But there's a thing that he said about digital art and traditional art that I wanted to share with you. The advantage of drawing by hand is, above all else, the fact that you really feel like you're drawing. It's reassuring too. Unlike with digital, you have the paper in front of you, this physical substance, so you don't have that nagging anxiety that the whole thing is going to vanish from sight. I used to have trouble with how the pen would dig into and catch onto the paper, but now I'm struggling with how the pen slide along a drawing tablet so easily that it makes finger control difficult, which has made me realize that the way it catches on paper is actually also an advantage for drawing by hand. And I thought it was cool to know that even legend in the art industry that everybody know, that everybody have seen their art struggle with something, and I just think that it's so amazing to know that even the best can struggle. In the end, Junji is only a man, and in his 30 years of career, he made some wonderful drawing that even if you don't know his name, you know his work. And here's the final piece. One thing that June and I have in common is not the talent, but actually our love for Cookie Run Kingdom. I just think that this universe is so cute and so simple at the same time. My favorite one would probably be Raspberry Cookie, Latte Cookie, and Milky Way Cookie. Because of their character design, even if there is not a lot of details, they each stand out so great, and you have a super clear view of what's their personality. My least favorite would probably be Fire Spirit Cookie. I don't know if the translation is exact. Even if he's legendary, his character design is just so plain, you know he tastes nothing. Overall, I've been playing this game for maybe 4 years now, and it's celebrating its 5th year's anniversary, so that's pretty cool. We got a new story, I think. I didn't play it recently, so that's why I'm not totally sure of what we got, but I'm pretty sure we have some new pulls for Cookie. And I put too much money in that game, like I wanted all the Cookie that could possibly exist in the game, and it was like my goal in life, and I didn't get all of them. Actually, I'm still missing a lot in my collection, but hopefully one day I will have them all. I've come to realize that at this point my video is almost just I'll talk about what I like and what I dislike, and you are looking at my time-lapse the entire time. But hopefully I wasn't too boring or anything. If so, please comment it, because I honestly feel like the pressure to speak all the time, because I don't want it to be blank and that you don't have anything to listen to. But at the same time, I'm a kind of shy person and I don't want to talk the whole 30 minutes. So hopefully I will find an in-between that would please you and please me, and at that point it's gonna be awesome for both of us. It's not that I don't want to talk, but it's more like a cringe thing that I don't really know what topic to talk about. But I'm done with the Cookie one, so here's the final result. Monster High is and will always be my comfort show. I had all the movies when I was younger and a pretty solid doll collection, thanks to my dad, again, for bringing me a doll every time we had a visit together. Going back on that, his wallet must have suffered a lot during this. Baba, if you find my account, just know that I'm happy for everything you've done to me. Anyway, my favorite of all time were Rebecca's team and Jennifer. I don't know if I pronounce it right actually, but I'll keep it. They were my favorite for some really simple reason, but I feel like it makes sense. Rebecca was a robot, and growing up with a prosthetic arm, she was one of the only representation that I could have, and she made me feel more accepted in life, and I thought it was super cool to have a fake arm. And for Jennifer, it's yes, she had green hair. That's the only reason. I told you green was my favorite color. It don't take much. About the new generation, I don't like it at all. I don't think the characters are as good as they were when I was young. But I like the generation 2, with the Draculaura being the creator of Monster High with Frankie and Claudine, all of that. It was fun. It wasn't the original, but I still liked it. But overall, I'm happy to know that young kids have their Monster High to look up to just the way I look up to my Monster High. And at the end, that's really what matters. Also, when I was young, I was so pissed because I have the same birthday as Draculaura, and every year I was associated with her. And growing up on TikTok and all, you see the thing where it's written like your month, your Monster High. I was always Draculaura or Cupid, and they're not my favorite. I didn't like girly character when I was young, so please, if there's anyone that could make one where I'm not Draculaura or Cupid, thank you so much. The result. I tried to watch it like a year ago in English because I prefer English when it comes to movie and series, and I didn't like it at all. Also, I'm not a big fan of musical. I'm more in the team, if you have something to say, just say it, don't sing it. But I retried it recently in my own language, and it's just so much better.
Ça m'arrive de tuer des mamans bébites devant leurs enfants pour leur donner la chienne. Yay!
And I just think that it's funnier. My language is a type of French, but I don't want to trash talk or anything about my own language, but it's like a meaner version of French. We have a lot of words to say that we don't like something. And since Hazbin Hotel is a show that have like bad language in it, it just makes it so much funnier for me because I don't think there's any word in English that could describe like what they said in French. I really love the contrast, the style, and also the story of this show. At first, like I said, I wasn't really into it, but the more and more that I go through this show, I just couldn't like stop watching it. I needed to know what happened after that, and now that I've finished it, I still want to know what happened after that. I don't know if there's gonna be like another season or anything, but I was into it. I tried to make my character a little bit more into the revealing aspect of the clothes so that she would blend a little bit better with the style that the show put in front. Hopefully it worked. I think I did a great job doing it. I'm very proud of this one. For anyone wondering, my favorite character would probably be the eggs. I know they didn't do much, but they're just like the little clown of the show. They're cute, and they're like the minions. Like they're trying their best, even though they're not like the best. But I prefer the evil version, like the hell one, not the heaven one. Even though they're cute in gold, but I just think that it changed everything about them, and that's the whole point of it. That they're not the same and they will not be able to replace them. But I thought it was pretty cute that the angel gave them eggs so that they won't feel lonely since they're not with their friends anymore. I'm not saying the name because I'm probably sure the name are not the same in French and in English, but if you watch the show, I'm pretty sure you figure it out which character I'm talking about. Her style were pretty much into the angel kind of character because I thought the aesthetic of the angel are more into like the gold, the white, gray, and the aesthetic of Elle is more colorful. And also, I thought she would fit better in the angel type of section, but she would probably be something like a fallen angel that would stay because she's not like the worst character. She has a good personality and all, but she wouldn't be able to go to heaven yet, her story is not done, and I'm sure that heaven would not accept what she did. So there's the final result of this one, and hopefully you liked the style that I did and how I did my character inside of it. Feel free to comment which one was your favorite. Hopefully you like this video, and my next video will probably be a sketchbook tour of my first sketchbook ever. So that's about it. Hopefully you have a wonderful day, and bye.